this one I didn't review because I just got the photo. So this is a case of a failed bridge. I'm going to do it live with you guys. So patient complained of pain with involving tooth number 34, which is a lower left premolar. So that's technically number 30. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Number 21. Number 21 USA. 21 USA. Chronic periapical radiolucency, bone loss, a hopeless tooth, bridge was sectioned, and the tooth was extracted. The cone beam shows the ridge is a knife edge, and 2 implants are planned. Wondering if I should place 2 implants and a bone graft at the same time, i.e. a contour graft, or should I do more advanced bone grafting? Okay, by the way, this is how I review your cases. I read the case history, and then I try to make sense of it, and I highlight, like Rashad is doing, I highlight the main points. And then I'm going to move to the next slide. Basically, we're being asked about treatment planning. Here is the CT scan, and it's a great CT scan, and it shows a great section. You can, Rashad, you can mark the nerve there. You can see a circle, you can see the outline of the ridge, and there's a nerve position, looks like. Thank you. And here we see probably the pontic site with a missing buccal contour. Okay, so it would be great to see the soft tissue.
Zeep, is this lingual or buccal, this one?
That's buccal.
Buccal, it says
That's
lingual.
buccal. So where does it say lingual?
Or L, what does this L mean?
No, it's left side probably.
Okay.
Left side.
Okay.
So here are the 2 reasons we know it's buccal. The buccal plate is resorbed, the lingual plate is more present. Okay, number 2, you see the pontic has the buccal contour. It's like a ridge lap type of pontic. Okay, so that could be a challenge in terms of an implant site. So what I wanted to know is, I'm going to move on to the next slide now. Thank you for making those illustrations, Rashad. I think that's very helpful. Here is the axial view of the ridge, so we can see some thinning. It's a bit thicker in certain spots. Here's a 3D rendering. I don't use 3D rendering that much. It's a cool photo. It's not, just gives you an idea about the jaw shape. But guys, let me make a comment. First of all, thank you for, to the doctor sharing all this data. CT scans are important. Conventional periapical X-rays, bite wings, FMX, clinical photo can be with your iPhone. I don't care. I just want to help you in the, and create value for you in the best possible way. And I'm not frustrated or anything like that. I think you can tell. I just want the doctors participating in our mentorship session is to provide as much information. And what I see is missing is the conventional imaging. Now, I look at CT scans, 10 times a day, and I have a very good 3D perception of the jaw, but I can't tell about this case. I can't help here. I can just give guidelines about what type of imaging needs to be done. And then what I wanted to do is look at the CT scan in the context of the conventional X-rays, 2-dimensional X-rays, and clinical photos. And then I can tell you, what, this is a case where you don't want to place 3 implants, or you do want to do 5 implants. You want to extract another tooth and do a strategic extraction so you have multiple implants. I can't, Rashad, give me some advice here. How can I create more value here?
Let's go back to the doctor's question, and let's dig and see, what's their thought process, and see if they're in a position to tackle this or to maybe go back to the drawing board.
Just generic.
Yeah.
Generic, 4-unit bridge. Well, that's kind of a short span, but that's okay. Because you need like a molar and a premolar.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Let's make them a little, like
That's fine. That's fine. Beautiful. Well, there was some mesial drifting. Great. So that's basically, if I had seen this periapical, I would have, just immediate clarity about what's going on. Now I can go back in my memory and looking at those cross sections. I think the molar had more volume, the premolar had less. So chances are, now that 21 is gone, and assuming 18 is in good shape, and by the way, we wanted to look at the periapical to assess 18. Maybe 18 is a liability. Maybe we need to vacate 18 site as well to clear the quadrant, give us a good chance for healing. So now I would love to do a wax app and connect it to the scan, merge it with the scan, and now we can plan this case. It's possible that number 20 is not going to be a great site for an implant based on what I saw. And it doesn't mean it cannot be grafted, but replacing multiple implants, you don't need an implant per tooth. So at a risk that I'm not guiding you in the right direction, assuming 18 or 37 in Canadian is okay, chances are that you'll place an implant in number 19 and number 21, and you connect it with a 3-unit bridge. That's the going assumption here. Rashad, you're having fun here, huh?
Yeah, so he's saying that he's saying the doctor is wondering if you should place 2 implants and bone graft at the same time on the buccal, make fenestrations for blood supply, place collagen resorptive membrane, or should I reflect the tissue here, make fenestrations, bone graft with the same membrane, and reassess in 3 to 4 months. So this doctor's his thought process is, should I go in, place 2 implants, add bone at the same time, or should I do bone graft and then reassess? You're saying, Ziv, before you do implants and bone grafts and all of that, do a wax up, and just the thought process, do a wax up. Why? You want him to assess what in this case?
Where's the ideal implant position? Because we may be able to skip that resorbed ridge. Here, look at the ridge here. This ridge is going to be hard to place an implant.
It's thin,
it's
like
thin.
that.
I'm not saying you cannot graft it.
So you'd want like a really thin implant, which is not very good here because you're going to have a cantilever.
Or you can, the nerve is in a low position. You see, I'm losing the context of which pontic is this one. Is this the premolar? Is it 30? Is it 20 pontic, which I think it is, or is it 19? I don't have the. I feel like I have a lot of information, but I need to blend it all, and it all can be blended in the software.
Okay. So before we make, before you give the doctor recommendations, let's get more slices, get a wax up of where the ideal position is, and then scan throughout the ridge area to see, is there one place that's more better to put an implant than another place before you make a decision from the limited information you currently have.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, that's a great case. So I think to be continued.